session, we are going to see the numericals based on all the three derivations. V is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, and v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Let us see the first numerical. A body starts from rest and acquires a velocity of 10 meter per second in 2 seconds. Find the acceleration. So, a body is starting from rest. Initial velocity is 0 and it moves to a certain distance and acquires a final velocity of 10 meters per second. And what is the time taken here? 2 seconds. So, given initial velocity is 0, final velocity v is represented as 10 meter per second. Acceleration you need to calculate and time taken is t is equal to 2 seconds. We know that. What is the formula? V is equal to u plus at. V is how much? 10. U is 0 plus acceleration you need to calculate. T is 2 seconds. So 10 is equal to 2a. A is equal to 10 by 2, that is 5 meter per second square. So this is how you calculate the acceleration when the body starts from rest and acquires a velocity of 10 meter per second. Second case, a toy car initially moving with a uniform velocity of 18 km. Now the second sum, a toy car initially moving with a uniform velocity of 18 km per hour comes to rest in 2 seconds. So initially the car is moving with some initial velocity. How much it is moving? 18 km per hour, moves to a certain distance and comes to rest. That means final velocity will become 0. And how much time it has taken? It has taken a time of 2 seconds. So, given initial velocity of the car u is equal to 18 km per hour, that you have to convert into meter per second. That means you have to multiply 18 into 5 by 18. 18 ones are 18, you will cancel, you will get 5 meter per second as the initial velocity. Final velocity is 0 because the car has come to rest. Time taken is how much? 2 seconds. Acceleration is equal to, you need to calculate. So again you will use a formula v is equal to u plus at. V is how much final velocity? 0. U just now you calculated it as 5 plus acceleration we don't know and time is how much? 2 seconds. So this 5 when it goes to the left side it will become minus 5, that is equal to a into 2 is 2a. A is equal to minus 5 by 2, that is minus 2.5 meter per second square. I said no, this is retardation. Retardation means negative acceleration. That means acceleration will be negative. So acceleration is equal to minus 2.5 meter per second square. Now we shall start the third sum. A particle initially at rest moves with an acceleration 5 meter per second square for 4 seconds. Find the distance travelled. Here you are going to use another formula. That is the second formula, s is equal to ut plus half at square. See the diagram. U is equal to 0. That means the body is starting from rest and it is moving with an acceleration 5 meter per second square. Initial velocity is 0. Time taken. Time taken is 4 seconds. Acceleration is 5 meter per second square. Now we are going to use the formula s is equal to ut plus half at square. U is 0 and t is 4 seconds. 0 into 4 plus half at square. A is how much? 5 and t is 4. So substituting this value, 0 into 4 is 0. Half 5 into 4 square is 40. So s is equal to 40 meters. So the total distance covered by the body is 40 meters. Now we shall see the next sum. A bus starting from rest attains a velocity of 54 km per hour in 5 minutes. Assuming that the acceleration is uniform, find the acceleration and the second bit, the distance covered by the bus. 2 bits are asked here. Initial velocity of the bus is 0. Final velocity is 54 km per hour. That you have to convert into meter per second. That means you have to multiply by 5 into 18. So time taken is 5 minutes. You have to convert into seconds. 5 into 60 seconds, that is 300 seconds. Acceleration you need to calculate. We know that v is equal to u plus at. What is final velocity? V is 15. Initial velocity is 0. Acceleration you need to calculate and time is 300 seconds. So acceleration you will be getting it as 1 by 20 meter per second square. I said assuming the acceleration is uniform. That means you are going to use this acceleration in the second part also. Here you are going to use the third equation. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. V square minus initial velocity is 0. Is equal to 2 into acceleration. Just now we found it out. 1 by 20. 1 by 20 into s. V square, V is how much? 15. Substitute 15 whole square minus 0 is equal to 2 and 20, 1 by 10 into S. If you cross multiply 225 into 1 by 10, you will be getting 2250 meters, or if you want to convert into kilometer, divide it by 1000, you will get 2.25 kilometers. So we have used all the three formulas. V is equal to U plus AT, V square minus U square is a 2AS, and here we have used S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Now we shall see the fifth sum. The displacement time graph shows the motion of two boys A and B who are moving along a straight road in the same direction. Now there are two boys who are moving A and B. They are going in the straight line direction. This is the displacement time graph. Displacement is on y-axis, and on x-axis we have time. Will be calculated in hours and displacement in kilometers. So here you have observed, see here, this A and B, they have moved. A has started from 0 and B has started after 2 hours later. The A has started. Now we shall see the different questions based on this particular graph. When did B start after A? B has started his motion 2 hours later than the start of A. A has started at 0. See, A has started at 0. After 2 hours later, B has started. So the answer is B started 2 hours later than A. Second question, how far away was A from B when B started? How far was A when B? Now if you observe, B has started at 2 hours, no? So at what distance he was? 10 kilometers. See, I have drawn 10 kilometers. So when B started, A was at a 10 kilometers distance away from B. That means when B has started, A was already 10 kilometers distance away from B. Because at 2 hours already A was at 10 kilometers distance. Next is third question. Which of the two has a greater velocity? Which one is moving at faster velocity? B has greater velocity than A, since the straight line from graph B has greater slope. Now if you consider these two slopes, which one has greater slope? The straight line, this one. This one has greater length than when compared to A. So B has travelled a greater velocity. So B, the boy B is travelling at a speed greater than that of A. So when you are comparing any two elements or any two objects between, so you have to consider the slopes as well as the time taken and the displacement covered by the objects. So these type of questions are also very, very important. So we are going to see the next sum. A player completes a circular path of radius r in 40 seconds. At the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds, find the displacement. So he is covering a circular path from A to B, again from B to A. He is covering a complete circular round. Total time taken is how much? 2 minutes 20 seconds. Convert into seconds, you will get it as 140 seconds. And time taken to complete one round is 40 seconds. He has completed one round in 40 seconds. That means one round will take 40 seconds. Then 140 seconds, how many rounds he is going to complete? In 140 seconds, he will complete 140 divided by 40. That is 3.5 rounds. That means he will move 3 times completely and then a half a round of it. So the displacement is 3 rounds plus half round, 3.5. 3 rounds plus half round. So 3 rounds means, as I said in the before case, displacement means again when he is coming back to the original point, the displacement will be 0. So for the 3 rounds it will be 0. Plus half the round means from here to here, only half. That means he will go directly, you can calculate the displacement as diametrically opposite. From here to here you will calculate the displacement. Half the round means diametrically opposite points. Diametrically opposite. If you calculate the diameter, that itself is the half round calculated. So 0 plus diametrically opposite, that is D. D is diameter. That you will write it as 2r because diameter is equal to 2 times the radius. So the displacement covered by the body is 2 into radius, that is 2r.